Hello there and welcome back to Max World. This is Sachin sir, and in today's lecture we are going to learn about, yes of course, Pythagoras theorem. Before starting this lesson, let's try to recollect some important details related to triangle. Check out these triangles. Can you guess the name of this triangle? Don't worry. These triangles are nothing but acute angle triangle, then right angle triangle, and then obtuse angle triangle. Acute angle triangle is a triangle in which all angles are less than 90 degree. Second triangle is right angle triangle, where one angle, only one angle is 90 degree, and third one is obtuse angle triangle, where only one angle will be more than 90 degree. But among these three, we are going to focus on, yes, right angle triangle. Why right angle triangle? You will come to know soon. But very first, the moment I say right angle triangle, one of the angle will be 90 degree, and in this triangle angle A is 90 degree. The moment angle A becomes 90 degree, then next focus must be a special side in this triangle. Do you know about that? Of course, it is hypotenuse. Very first, the moment you know that angle A is 90 degree, then my target to find hypotenuse in that triangle. The side opposite to 90 degree is always called as hypotenuse in right angle triangle. Presently over here angle A is there, so opposite to it is nothing but, yes, side MN is opposite to angle A, and that makes it hypotenuse. One more thing, hypotenuse is always the longest side of that triangle. Okay, so in short we have in triangle MN, that is man, angle A is 90 degree, and that makes MN as our hypotenuse. But is there any easier way to find this hypotenuse? Let's try in these two triangles. In these two triangles, one is, yes, PRQ, another one is, yes, that is triangle LMN. According to our method, very first we will target the 90 degree angle. So in triangle PQR, angle R is 90 degree, and in triangle LMN, angle L is 90 degree. Now the easiest way to find the hypotenuse in that triangle is nothing but, my first target is to locate 90 degree angle. After locating that angle, what I'm going to do, the vertex which is at 90 degree must be removed from the name of the triangle. That means in triangle PQR, angle R is 90 degree, right? So remove that letter angle. Once you remove that letter R from the name, we get only PQ as the remaining part of it, and that PQ is nothing but the hypotenuse in that triangle. क्या करना है मुझे? जिस वर्टेक्स पे 90 डिग्री फॉर्म हुआ है, उस वर्टेक्स को ट्रायंगल के नाम में से मुझे निकाल देना है. मतलब अभी if we see triangle LMN, then angle L is 90 degree, right? So once the moment you remove that angle L, what is gonna be left over there? Yes, it is MN, and that MN will be the hypotenuse in that triangle. Clear? क्या करना है मुझे? ट्रायंगल को चूज करो, उसमें 90 डिग्री को पहचानो, उस वर्टेक्स को ट्रायंगल के नाम में से रिमूव कर दो. जो दो लेटर बाकी रहेंगे वो रहेगा उस ट्रायंगल का hypotenuse. Just give a try to locate the hypotenuse in this four triangle, and do not forget to mention the answers in the comment section below. Correct? Let's move on and let's bow to the god of the geometry, Pythagoras, because we are going to begin with the theorem of the Pythagoras now. Pythagoras is one of the gods of geometry who worked day and night to find the relation between the sides of right angle triangle, and he found one relation between these sides. And what he has found, very first consider right angle triangle which is already there, triangle ATM, okay, in which angle T is 90 degree. And what Pythagoras said, hypotenuse square of the right angle triangle, okay, is always equal to the sum of squares of remaining two sides, that is S1 square plus S2 square. Considering this theorem, in the triangle ATM, we can say, very first, find the hypotenuse. Angle T is 90 degree, so remove that angle T or letter T from the name of the triangle, that is ATM. We are left with AM, and so AM will be the hypotenuse, so we will be writing AM square below hypotenuse square. Okay, after that which are the remaining two sides? AT and TM are the remaining two sides, and that is why below S1 I have written AT square, and then below S2 square I have written TM square, and this formula is nothing but Pythagoras theorem. Okay, so my target is first of all to know the hypotenuse. After that, use this hypotenuse and the side in the Pythagoras theorem. Okay, what does this theorem says? Theorem says hypotenuse square in right angle triangle is always equal to the sum of squares of remaining two sides or perpendicular sides. So before proceeding further, let's try to make this Pythagoras theorem, of the formula of Pythagoras theorem, okay, in these two triangles, where first one is again PRQ, another one is LMN. Okay, the way we decided, we will locate first right angle triangle. So in PRQ we have angle R as 90 degree. Okay, so side opposite to R is nothing but PQ, and that is hypotenuse, right? How to locate it? Remove the letter R from the name of triangle PQR. What are we left with? We are left with PQ. So that PQ is nothing but the hypotenuse, and then according to Pythagoras theorem we can proceed ahead with the formula. Formula always begins with hypotenuse, so we will write PQ square first, right? PQ square is equal to sum of square of remaining side, that is PR square plus that is S1 square, and QR square, that is S2 square, right? Same goes with triangle LMN. क्या करना है मुझे? सबसे पहले 90 डिग्री को लोकेट करो, दैट इज एंगल L. ओके, अब उस लेटर L को ट्रायंगल के नाम में से रिमूव कर दो, क्या बचा? MN. सो MN विल बी द हाइपोटेनस, एंड पाइथागोरस थ्योरम की शुरुआत होती किससे? हाइपोटेनस स्क्वायर से होती है, एंड दैट इज व्हाई इस ट्रायंगल के लिए मैं शुरू कैसे करूंगा? यस, ऑफ कोर्स MN स्क्वायर वेरी फर्स्ट, देन S1 is nothing but the LM, you can say. Okay, and S2 nothing but the ln, so we have ml square then ln square in the addition. I hope I have made it very clear to you how to make the formula first of all, because once you know how to make the formula, only then you can understand the calculations based on this formula. If you have any doubt or any difficulty while writing or solving this formula, do not forget to drop it down in the comment section below. Boys and girls, as we have understood how to make formula for Pythagoras theorem, you are all set to solve PS48. In this PS48, we are going to get two types of sums. In one sum in which we have to find the length of hypotenuse, and another one is we need to find one length of one of the sides. That means hypotenuse is already given to you. That means length of the hypotenuse. So here we go with the first sum on the board, in which if you observe the details, where is x? Yes, that x we need to find, and that x is nothing but the hypotenuse of that triangle. How hypotenuse? Observe the right diagram. Angle M is 90 degree. Triangle's name is LMN. So remove M from the name of the triangle. What are we left with? We are left with LN. So LN is the hypotenuse. That means we need to find the hypotenuse in that triangle. Okay, this is the easiest question. If you come across to find the hypotenuse, keep it in mind, the calculations are very easy. So how to proceed further? Very first, identify the hypotenuse, that we have already done. The hypotenuse of the triangle is ln. Okay, so by Pythagoras theorem, what we have that theorem, what the theorem suggests us, hypotenuse square is equal to side 1 square plus side 2 square. So hypotenuse square in according to this triangle is nothing but, of course, this triangle ln square. Side 1, my dear, you can choose any side as a side 1, and the other side will become side 2. So you can write lm also side 1 and mn also side 1. So presently over here I have taken lm square as a s1 square and mn square as s2 square. So substitute the sides the way we decided. Okay, after that substitute the values that you observe in the diagram. So what we have ln square, the value of ln is x, so I'm going to write x square. The value of lm in the diagram mentioned as 7, right? So I'm going to write 7 square, and then value of mn is 24, so I have written 24 square. Do you have any idea how to find the square? Squaring a number, that means multiplying a number with itself. That means 7 square will give you the answer what? 7 sevens are or 7 twos are? You're right, my dears, it is 7 sevens are. So what we have 7 sevens are? It is 49. That is number multiplied by itself. Another number is 24 square. So 24 into 24, and I'm damn sure that you already know how to multiply it, right? So after multiplying it, we get the answer 576, and what are we left with? We have x square equals to, in all, okay, 49 plus 576. Add it, we get the answer 625. And now a very, very important step. Okay, dear, always keep it in mind, whenever you apply Pythagoras theorem to get the final answer, you always have to find the square root, whether it is hypotenuse or any side. Your second last step will be finding the square root, and the last step you will get the answer. Okay, so over here what we have x square equal to 625. That means there is one number which after squaring that number we get the answer 625. So to get that number, to get the root, we have to find the square root. Yes, so over here we have x equal to under root 625, and to find the square root, I have made a separate video which will help you a lot. Yes, within 30 seconds you can find the square root, but for that you have to touch the link there in the I section or in the description below. I have given the link to observe those videos. So the moment you find the square root of 625, we get the answer 25, and that is why, as value of x is 25, we can say ln is also equal to 25. Do not forget to write the final answer here. So here is the second question on the screen. We are given with the triangle PQR, where again x is there and the values of sides are given to us. The value of PQ is 9, PR is 41, and QR is given x. Angle Q is 90 degree. If angle Q is 90 degree, that means if you remove that letter from the name of the triangle, that is PQR, we are left with PR, and that makes PR as hypotenuse, and the value of hypotenuse is already given in the diagram, right? So this is the second type of question. The previous sum was to find hypotenuse, and in this question hypotenuse is already given, and I need to find one of the sides, one of the perpendicular sides. Okay, so let me clear these steps first of all. Okay, the moment we need to find one of the perpendicular sides, okay, very first we'll write the formula. Second step, substitute the value. Third step, find the square. Okay, and fourth step, whatever the square you get, okay, of two numbers, you have to subtract them. First step, write the formula. Second step, substitute the value. Third step, find the square. Fourth step, after squaring whichever the numbers you get, you have to subtract them. Okay, so let's move on. So over here in the triangle, we know that PR is the hypotenuse, so we are going to begin the formula with the PR, right? Because we know hypotenuse square is equal to S1 square plus S2 square. This is the Pythagoras theorem. As theorem begins with hypotenuse, we are going to begin with the hypotenuse over here also, right? So PR square equals to PQ square plus QR square. After this, substitute the value the way I told you. 41 square is equal to 9 square plus x square, right? Yes, of course. Third step is what? Find the square. Okay, squaring a number means nothing but multiplying a number with itself. 41 square means 41 into 41, and the moment you carry out the multiplication, you get the answer 1681. Next number is 9 square. Okay, the moment you carry out again multiplication, 9 nines are, we get the answer 81, and the x square will remain as it is, so I have written plus x square. The last step is what among that fourth step? Yes, whichever the numbers we got after squaring the given details, okay, we have to subtract those numbers. Why subtract? Check out over here. 81 plus x square. 81, the sign of the 81 is positive. I'm not talking about the operation, I'm talking about the sign of 81. Okay, the sign of 81 is positive. The moment that 81 crosses the equality and moves towards the 1681, okay, that is towards the left hand side, we have to change its sign, and as it is in positive, on in the previous side, the moment it changes the side, it goes in negative. So what we have 1681 negative 81. Yes. And now carry out the subtraction. We get the answer 1600 equal to x square. And the way I told you, whenever you apply Pythagoras theorem, to get the final answer, we have to take out the square root. Again, a short reminder for you all. To learn to find the square root in 30 seconds, a link is given to you. You just have to go there, touch it, see the video and try to practice it afterwards. Okay. After this, the moment you carry out the square root, we get the answer 40, x equal to 40, and that is why the length of side QR is nothing but 40 units. So here we go with the last question of the question number 1. Okay, last sub question I mean to say. The triangle is FDE. Okay, angle D is 90 degree, and that makes triangle is FDE, D is 90 degrees, so remove it. FE will be the hypotenuse. Yes, FE will be the hypotenuse. Again, the value of EF, that is FE, is given to me, that is 17, and one of the perpendicular side I need to find again. The moment I need to find one of the perpendicular sides, which are the fourth step, important fourth step, write the formula, substitute the value. Third one is find the square. Fourth one is subtract the answers of the squares. Okay, so here we go with the formula on the screen. We have EF square equals to, that is hypotenuse. Okay, EF square equals to FD square plus DE square. Now substitute the value. EF square is equal to 17 square, FD square equals to 8 square, and DE square is nothing but x square, that I need to find. Okay, 17 square, 17 into 17, we get the answer 289. Then 8 square, nothing but 64, and x square will be written as it is. So 3 steps are done, formula is written, values are substituted. Okay, after that squaring is done, right? Now last step is subtract the numbers. Okay, what we have, 289 minus 64 equal to x square, and I have already explained you why we go for subtraction. 64 on the right hand side is in positive. Okay, the moment it crosses the equality, we have to change the sign, and that sign nothing but the subtraction, right? I mean to say negative sign. Okay, the moment you carry out the subtraction, we get the answer 225, and that makes 225 equal to x square. And the way I explained you, to get the final answer, always the moment you apply the Pythagoras theorem, we have to take out the square root as a second last step, right? That means under root 225 equal to x. And my dears, if you remember the squares, 15 square equal to 225, that means under root 225 is nothing but 15, right? The vice versa. Okay, so we got the value of x, that is 15, and that makes the value of ED, yes, equal to 15 units. So boys and girls, we have completed the question number 1 of the PS that we have started. In these 3 questions, we have solved 2 types of questions. One question was to find length of hypotenuse, another question was to find length of one of the perpendicular sides. I think I have made it very clear to you. Even then, if you have any doubt, do not forget to ask me in the comment section below. I'll be waiting for it. Bye bye, see you and take care.